Here comes John McCaughey. I think that's how you say his name. We're gonna go grab some dinner. Beautiful Freightliner. This is a guy who clean cut professional guy, keeps his truck immaculate, weather permitting. Been friends on Facebook for years. Look at that beautiful truck. Wow. Awesome. Look at the fenders. Flaps. That's pride in your ride right there. What's up, John? Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Nice truck.
Thank you very much.
Wow, these fenders are awesome. You know, pictures don't do this justice till you see it in person.
I appreciate it.
Wow, I like the light. Oh, band one. Everybody knows what that means.
Damn right.
Got her all polished up in the middle of January.
I try.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, it ain't easy, you know? Now, how long you had this truck?
I've had this one for 1 year.
You had one just like this, right?
Yep.
Was it identical?
Identical. Same specs and everything. It was just a 14. This is an 18.
What's it got under the hood?
Series 60, 12.7.
Automatic or manual?
Manual, 13 speed.
Nice. Very nice.
Boston Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it.
All right, I'm at the Ocean State Vintage Haulers Truck Show with John McCaughey. How you doing, John?
Good, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. You got some family trucks over here?
We do.
What do you want to tell me about? What do we got here?
The 48 F1. That was originally my grandfather's, and my father and uncles restored that in 1992 for my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
And it's remained in the family forever, and it will remain in the family forever.
What did they do with this truck back then?
My grandfather hauled like rags and stuff like that. Like,
wow.
You know, just local rubbish type
right.
stuff.
And then, so that was what started off the love for trucking in the family?
Pretty much, I would say. And
yep.
then my father ended up taking over my grandfather's one account in the early 70s.
Okay.
And that morphed into the garbage business that they built.
So what do we got over here? Old Brockway?
Yep, this is a 1972 Brockway. It's a 358. It originally was a rear load garbage truck.
Okay.
And I believe in 1989 it was, they transitioned it into a single axle roll off.
So you have memories of riding this as a kid?
Yes, and I actually drove it
really
as a roll-off in 1998.
So were you like in high school?
I graduated high school in 98.
Okay,
and
wow.
got my CDL about 3 weeks after I graduated.
Fantastic. Show me around this truck a little bit.
Absolutely.
What are some of the cool factors of this truck that you notice, and some of the memories of this truck?
Well, when it was a working truck and I was a kid, I hated it.
Really?
Yes.
Why didn't you like it? Wow, dude, this is fantastic.
One, it was not nice like it is now.
Mm-hmm.
It was all rotted out. You know, I wanted to drive one of the DK auto cars.
Yeah.
You know, one of the big trucks.
Sure.
You know, had a radio, had a nice air ride seat.
Yeah.
You know, this thing was hot. It was loud. No radio, no nothing.
No power steering?
Yeah, it's got power steering.
Does it?
Yeah.
Air ride? No air ride?
Well, it does now.
Okay.
But no air ride suspension for
I've
sure,
never seen the Brockway dashboard like this. That's, I guess, the snub nose one.
So my father, they sold their business in 1999, and this truck went with the sale, and my uncles got it back for my dad's 50th birthday because
wow.
the truck was obsolete. Well, it was obsolete.
Yeah.
And my father went and decided that he was going to restore it. And you know, it was a long process, about 7 years. Okay. But got almost all original parts for the truck. Found stuff in Binghamton, New York. The guy that owned Binghamton Ithaca BI Express. Yeah. He had a lot of Brockway parts. Okay. And he was a Brockway aficionado. And Brockways were made in Cortland, which isn't very far from Binghamton. So my dad made numerous trips down there to make it as original as he could.
Is this pattern on the back of the cab, is that an original like crosshair?
No, so
pretty cool.
The whole back of this cab was rotted.
Okay.
And they had it cut it out and you know, fab a new one in.
I love what they did with it. And what's the story behind this paint job?
That's just the company colors.
Company colors, I like it, yeah.
Yeah, so all the garbage trucks were painted this same scheme.
Mind if I climb in and take a look real quick?
Course.
I like these steps. These are nice and easy for us old timers. Wow. Wow, this is pretty cool, man. I like this doghouse. Brockway Husky. So what's it got for a transmission?
It's
5-speed?
5 and 2, yeah.
5 and 2.
Yep, and it's got a 220 Cummins, I believe it is.
220 Cummins.
Yep. The truck is extremely slow.
Yeah.
You know, probably about 50, with a little tailwind, 58 on the flat ground.
Does she start though?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And when I try it?
Yeah, go ahead. You gotta hold both buttons in.
Okay. One up there and one up there?
Yep, so.
You do that one, I'll do this one.
Go ahead. Oh, try it again.
Wow, sounds nice. The clutch is so light. It's almost like an air assist. Wow, it sounds good.
Now that I'm older and, you know, I appreciate the older trucks,
right.
I love this truck.
That's awesome, man.
You know, it's definitely stepping back in time to drive this thing.
I'm going to shut it down. You got to use right there?
Nope, this key. It's not like the Max that you have to pull out the...
Yeah.
That's actually the brake.
It's got a PTO in here? Oh, yeah, for,
yep,
for the roll-off, yeah.
And then
nice wheels.
I spent a lot of time polishing this thing.
Really?
I didn't polish it this year,
yep.
but it was parked inside. So, unfortunately, some of the paint is a little tarnished, and I've had a problem getting it that true vibrant color back. But I'm considering it was done in 2006. I'd say it looks pretty good.
It looks fantastic, man. Now tell me about this cab over here. 362. So, what year is it?
83.
Nice.
And we bought that kind of on the whim.
Yeah.
Out of Statesville, North Carolina, back in 2016, and it's been a long process of kind of figuring out what we wanted to do with it. And just recently, we finally had it painted to match all the trucks.
It came out really nice.
Thank you.
I like this. What do you got? Big tanks on that. 150s, right?
Yeah.
Those are massive. You don't see tanks like that anymore.
No, I mean, there's absolutely no, well, I mean, for our purposes, there's no reason, but I was hoping to have the tanks professionally done this year because, as you can see, I've tried and tried and tried, and you know, I'm pretty good at polishing, but I'm not a good cutter, you know, to try and get them back, and I'm gonna need somebody that's really good at it. But
there's a man at the show right now that polishes tanks. I'll introduce you to him.
Okay.
His name is Dennis Walker.
Okay.
In Rhode Island.
All right.
So this is, let's check out the inside.
Of course.
Oh wow, look at that. I'm gonna climb on up there.
Of course.
All right. Can you hold this for a second? Hold that on me.
Yep.
So, first of all, it smells great in here. Oh, you got the vanilla Rama going, that's why. As many of my subscribers know, I drove a truck identical to this interior for a long time for Bud Meyer Truck Lines.
But you had the big bunk, didn't you?
No, I had the same exact bunk.
Really?
Same exact truck, 3 wipers, single bunk, same doghouse. Everything here is identical to that truck I drove, except you got the old school ivory steering wheel.
I did not realize. I thought you had the double bunk.
Nope.
So you ran that thing coast to coast.
Coast to coast, just like this. Didn't know any different.
That's awesome.
This is awesome, man. But you know, I didn't love it back then like I love this now, because back then everybody was trying to get out of cabovers, and I looked at it as a
Not as a punishment, I had to pay my dues to get into a hood for that company. Everybody started out in cabovers. And I had the same dashboard, same handbrake. What's this got for a transmission?
9-speed.
Mine had a 9-speed. Mine had a, I think it had a, see that, probably a 350 cat?
That's what, this got 350 Cummins.
350 Cummins, okay. I mean, 350 was fine. I didn't know any different. This is awesome, man. I love this. There's plenty of room back here to camp out.
You know, when we bought the truck,
Yeah.
that first night, it's had a brand new mattress.
Yeah.
And I brought some bedding. I slept in it because I was like, I want to see what sleeping in the cab over is all about.
Yeah.
I mean, sleeping was fine.
It's fine, yeah.
Getting up and, you know, putting your pants on, sitting on the doghouse is,
Well, the best place to put your pants on, I'm gonna tell you a little secret from us old cab over guys. You do it right here. Put the pants on the ground, and then you kind of scoot your butt up and then pull them up.
Yep.
It took me a while to figure that out. All right, can you hold this?
Yep.
All right. Climb down. Awesome.
This has been a long time coming with this truck.
Yeah.
Because it had a lot of rot, like up around the windshield.
Yeah.
And, you know, it would leak and it got mildewy and just.
Really?
Yeah, like, I try to keep it clean and try to, you know, without doing the actual body work, and I'm not a body man. But we finally got it to the way that I want it.
You're just gonna take it to shows and baby it and.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you should do with it.
At some point, I want to get a nice trailer for it and pull the Brockway.
Oh yeah.
Because the Brockway, you know, is good for local shows.
Yeah. Dad, you want to be in the video? Introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, I'm Bernie McCaughey.
Nice to meet you, Bernie.
Yeah.
Again, we were checking out this beautiful collection of trucks here.
Well, it started with this one.
Yep.
Then it went to that one, and then to this one, and I think they all came out pretty well.
They're beautiful rigs. You have a lot of memories of this truck growing up?
Dad bought it brand new in 1948, 75 years ago.
Oh my God.
That's the $1 million cab. You could put 3 full-size adults in that on that seat. If you try it now and say, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah.
That's all 3 just have one thing in common. There's no room in the cab.
Okay, that is true. Yeah. Wow.
But they're fun and they're nice, and just being here is a great thing.
This is a great show.
Yeah.
Good people, good trucks. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I agree.
It's cool weather. I like it. So you rode in this thing as a kid. Did you get to drive it? Was that like your teenage ambition to get behind the wheel of this thing?
Well, it was put in storage in 1960.
Okay.
And it stayed in a ramshackle barn until 1990 or 91. We towed it out and restored it ourselves. So I never got to drive it as a teenager.
Oh.
Well, actually, I did one time. We got it running, and we took it to the gas station. And Dad was in the front yard. He saw this thing go by, and he almost dropped it. He almost dropped his teeth. What the hell are you doing?
That's funny.
It hadn't been registered in at least 20 years.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was then, and not this is now.
Yeah, you could get away with stuff like that back then.
Not with Dad, you couldn't.
Not with Dad. Yeah. Want to tell me about the Brockway?
The Brockway.
Yep. Let's walk over there.
72 Brockway.
Yep.
Originally had a rear load packer on it, and when we went to front load cans, we didn't need the truck anymore. We were going to get rid of it. In 1988, I said to my brothers, we could use a short roll-off. There's a lot of places that are tight, and we have a lot of small cans. So we did, and it worked out really well. And unfortunately, it became a training truck for new drivers.
Yep.
And very new drivers, very green drivers. So it was dented and smacked around.
Yep.
And of course, being in 1972, it was suffering from body rot all over the place. So we restored that thing too. And I think that one came out pretty well.
Did you have more than one roll-off?
We had a dozen.
A dozen?
Yeah.
Were they all Brockways?
No, this is the only Brockway we had. We had mostly auto cars, white Expeditors, and a smattering of Max.
Expeditors, the whites?
Cab overweight, yeah, which is now known as an auto car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm listening.
We bought one as a roll-off.
Yep.
And the other one, the second one, that was a rear loader also. And I said, put a frame on this thing. It's a good truck.
Yeah.
So we did. Ripped off the the rear load body and put a frame on it. And actually, my son John drove that truck for a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah. I drove it myself.
Yeah?
For a while, yeah.
And where'd you guys mostly run? Run around Rhode Island area?
Rhode Island, Massachusetts.
Yep.
As far down as the Cape, and occasionally New Hampshire and Maine.
Okay, so you got around.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are good days.
Yeah? Is that before they built all the interstates?
No, they were interstates.
Yeah, okay.
Not quite as good as they are now.
Right.
Well, then again, a lot of the interstates are not all that good right now.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful rig. You got some nice collection here, and you guys have amazing memories.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I always wanted a cabover tractor.
Yeah.
And we grabbed that Peterbilt.
Yeah.
And that's another restoration in progress. It's not done yet.
Right.
Then again, I don't think they ever get done.
No, they're never perfect enough.
No.
It's a beautiful truck. I was telling John, I drove one like that for a year, running coast to coast on it, identical. But I didn't know what I had when at the time.
Of course.
Everybody's looking back now. They're now nostalgic.
They are.
Yeah.
That once you're in that thing, it feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
But to try and get into the sleeper.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Well, beautiful. It's a beautiful interior in this truck.
Yeah, that's what we've done.
It's nice.
Right, it's a brand new tank that a friend of mine had built for it.
Yeah.
And the tank that was on it, I couldn't find a replacement. So I got a price, like $3,500 for a tank.
Wow.
And this friend of mine says, no way. So I got a guy to build it. I think I paid $700 for it.
Wow,
So,
good deal. That's a beautiful tank.
Yeah, it is.
I like the low step. It's nice and easy to get into.
They had to do that for me.
Yeah? I appreciated that.
Yeah, the cabover with Pete is a chore for me to get into.
Sure.
As a matter of fact, the guy that sold it to us, he had bought it with the intention of running it, and he was in an accident. It broke 3 or 4 vertebrae in his back.
Oh my God.
So I can't get into the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
So that was the end of him.
Yeah.
Or the end of hit him in the truck. So we
Sure.
bought that. We bought it in Statesville, North Carolina.
Okay, yep.
And we drove it back. We bought it sight unseen, and that was quite a trip.
And you drove it back.
Oh yeah.
I bet that was a hairy ride.
Well, we stopped in Connecticut and inspected it, and all the wheel seals were leaking like
Okay,
sieves.
yeah.
But it was a Sunday afternoon. Who's
Yeah,
looking?
nobody's looking on Sundays.
I hope DOT's not going to watch this thing.
Of course they are. They're watching and studying it right now. I think it's a statute of limitations, though.
No problem. Yeah, but we've had a lot of fun with these things.
And you love trucks, and that's what it's all about, right?
As I said to my other son, I don't golf. I don't have a boat. I don't have a beach house. I don't chase around. This is the only bad habit I've got.
Yeah.
I don't even smoke. So.
Hey, nobody can blame me for that. That's a good habit. I tell my wife the same thing. I go, I come home every day. You know where I am. I just love trucks. That's all.
Right.
And once in a while, I have to indulge.
Yeah.
Like this fine Sunday morning.
Perfect. Where are you from?
I'm from Brockton. I live in Waltham,
Okay.
near Boston. So.
I know the area.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, it's nice talking to you. Thank you for showing me your collection.
Thank you, Mike. I
it was
appreciate
really
it.
great. Thank you.
Yeah.